The CB1000F Concept, a road sport motorbike model that resembles Freddie Spencer's classic and legendary CB750 throwback racing motorcycle, has finally been formally launched by Honda. Following a press conference at the 41st Osaka Motorcycle Show 2025, which took place at INTEX Osaka, Honda unveiled a concept model that was more like to its mass production version than the CB1000F Concept. The next generation CB concept model, the CB1000F Concept, represents the Honda brand for road sport bikes, namely the CB family, and exemplifies the ever-evolving standard of sport motorcycles. Although technical specs and other precise details have not yet been released, it is evident that the engine and chassis are modified from the Honda CB1000 Hornet. The CBF series, which ruled the 1980s, is the design idea, as the name implies. Beginning with the 1979 release of the CB750F/900F, a stunningly integrated, streamlined dance of design that extended from the tank to the side cover to the rear tail. The CB1000F Concept really adheres to the standard CB design that we have seen for many years. The iconic CBF family tree is evoked by the boxy, angular tank and the graphic design of the vintage Daytona race replica. With a DOHC 4-cylinder inline engine that is liquid-cooled and combines excellent performance and controllability, it is mounted on a diamond frame that strikes a high degree of flexibility and stiffness balance. It has a very broad flat bar handlebar, a single exhaust pipe on the right with a silencer form that symbolizes the CB family, and a circular headlamp that is typical of all Honda CB lines to date. At the time of its introduction, this motorcycle lacked turn signals and mirrors, and it has not been disclosed if it would be on the market anytime soon. Since the normal Honda Hornet serves as the basis, it is probable that the CB1000F will eventually be fitted with a 999 cubic centimeters 4-cylinder inline engine that produces 152 PS. With lighter pistons and a modified air filter box, the engine, which is based on the 2017 to 2019 CBR1000R RSC77 series engine, has been optimized for street usage rather than track use. An engine with extremely high performance characteristics, particularly when operating at high speeds and at its top power range. With a character that is better suited for all riders and a focus on the ideal engine power band range for low to medium speed riding, which is typical of road use, the CB1000F Concept is likely to be configured differently. The frame indicates that it will have a different frame/rail on the seat than the Honda Hornet, which is its foundation. On the CB1000F Concept, the seat rail's angle has been altered to be more sloping and extended to the taillights, in contrast to the Hornet's trellis-structured seat rail that is welded to the main frame with a slope angle. These kinds of modifications are typical for naked motorcycles that combine a contemporary vintage motorcycle concept, such as the Kawasaki Z900RS, with a street fighter design. Concentrating on a sport naked bike design that is less combative and more serene. Showa provides the front and rear suspension in the suspension area, while Nissan provides the brake calipers. It is nearly identical to the Hornet. Like the Hornet 1000 SP, which was introduced last year, the CB1000F may be offered as an SP variant with Brembo calipers, Öhlins rear suspension, and a fast shifter as standard. Referring to the most recent Honda Hornet 1000, which weighs only 211 kilograms. This bike will be very competitive on the streets thanks to its strong engine. The CB1000F will have a fast ride and a neoclassical appearance when it goes on sale. It weighs about the same as the Hornet 1000. Similar to contemporary Honda motorcycles, a 5-inch TFT color LCD dashboard is included. The CB1000F Concept also has Honda's smart key system, which eliminates the need for a traditional key, something that is rarely seen on naked bikes built in Japan. The gasoline tank has a raised central part and is more angular, like the preceding CB generation. This CB1000F appears to have a broader tank that is not very small at the bottom and wider where the rider's thighs are secured. The inner reflectors are square and have several LED clusters, 2 at the top and 2 more at the bottom, while the circular headlights include the Honda emblem in the center. With 2 disc horns positioned facing forward and spaced rather widely apart at the bottom triple clamp, the horn location also provides a strong CB feel. Only the top portion of the headlights is illuminated while it is in the default low beam position. When it is in the high beam/high beam setting, the entire top portion and the bottom cluster will be illuminated. The chrome-colored lamp cover surrounds the ring-shaped DRL position lamp, which is positioned outside the headlight. The side body cover has been made smaller, and the motorcycle's name logo has the big letters CB followed by the number 1000 to indicate its engine capacity and the red emphasized letter F. The vintage CB750F/900F served as the inspiration for the three-dimensional design used to make the seat part. In contrast to the previous CB, the rear seat is now simple with the CB badge stamped on the back. The CBF is further distinguished by its curved tail cowl in the rear. A new octagonal stop lamp is attached to the little tail cowl. If the prior CB was massive and square, the design has been improved while retaining the CB's features, but in a much more contemporary manner. Awesome! Unfortunately, there isn't a fender, so you have to speculate as to its size and design. Will it be connected to the rear swing arm like the CB1000 or Neo Sport Cafe, or will it dangle from the tail? The components that are mostly associated with the riding posture, such the handlebar, the rider's footrest and the tandem footrest, are likewise different from the Hornet. In the meanwhile, there is no fast shifter on the motorcycle on display in Osaka. Remember the CB1000F Concept standard JDM, Japanese domestic market, motorcycle feature, which is a hook for fastening bags or other items. It is situated on the back right and left, next to the foot peg pillion. A 4-pot radial mount caliper from Nissan is included with the Showa SFF BP upside-down front suspension, which has an inner diameter of 541 mm. This item is identical to the ordinary Hornet. The CB1000F's exterior is black, whilst the Hornet's is silver. The Nissan 1-pod is used by the rear brake caliper. The upside-down fork's top section features a rebound and compression damping force control knob on the right side and a preload adjustment mechanism on the left. A hook key may be used to change the rear's initial setup, which is a straightforward monoshock. Using the GDC, gravity casting, technology to balance stiffness and lightweight, the aluminum swing arm with twin beams on both sides remains identical to its foundation, the Honda Hornet.